Hello, good today. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be discussing Myka Stauffer, the popular YouTuber who gave up her son. It just has been on my mind for the past few days, and I decided that I'll just share my thoughts on the topic. Myka Stauffer is a 32-year-old YouTuber with 4 children, and about 3 years ago she decided to adopt a child, a disabled child from Asia. During the 3 years, she continuously documented his life on her YouTube channel and constantly showed videos of him and her family navigating their adoption, pre-adoption, and both post-adoption issues. About a week ago, she revealed that she'll be rehoming her son after she realized that it may be too difficult for her and her husband to care for him. Although she claimed in the beginning that she didn't know how severe his disability was, it is clear that that was a lie, allegedly considering that the doctors told her before she adopted him not to adopt him because he had a lot more issues than what they previously thought. However, instead of listening to the doctor, she adopted him anyway and proceeded to make various videos about him documenting his life. I think she clearly used that child to gain a following, and when it was too difficult for her to take care of him, she decided to give him up. The reason I think this is because what kind of parent asks the adoption agency what kind of disability is difficult but not too difficult? I mean, it seemed like she adopted him just so she can get praise and sympathy for adopting a disabled child. Because I just don't understand why somebody will seek out adoption in the first place to adopt a disabled child and then turn around and say that they can't take care of them because of that child's disability. It just doesn't seem to make much sense. She also crowdfunded his adoption and benefited massively from using his story to gain viewers and followers. I see a lot of people criticizing her, but I also see a lot of people condemning, supporting her actually. And the interesting thing to me is nobody is asking the question whether or not she should actually be made to give the money she benefited off of the child to the child instead of being able to keep that money. Because really, if we really be honest, most of that money came through the many videos she made with her son. Her son that she decided to rehome. So that should be something that we should actually discuss. But one thing this controversy has brought up is the discussion of adoption. I mean, many people adopt children for many different reasons, and sometimes those reasons might not be necessarily selfless. Some people adopt children because they have enough love in their hearts and they want to give children a good home, and then others seem to do it as a form of charity so that people would see them as some kind of saints who gave home to this disabled child or this child, a child that nobody wanted. I do know of some people that adopt children of different races even, so that they can receive praise from other people. I mean, people could look at them as though they're saints for adopting children of different races or adopting children in general. I think what we could take away from this whole situation is that children are not charity. Adopting children isn't a form of charity. if you aren't willing to treat that child as your own and give that child the love and support that you will be willing to give your biological children, then don't adopt children. Because it really doesn't make sense to adopt a child only to get to fill your savior complex or to receive praise from others when you truly don't consider that child a part of your family. Because it's apparent that she didn't really consider him a part of her family, because we should ask the question, would she have rehomed her biological children? I don't think so. I think when you adopt a child, that child is yours. When you adopt a child, you make the decision to be a parent. And I don't think that decision should be taken lightly. And I also don't think you should be able to reverse that decision so easily. All children deserve to be loved, including disabled children. If you're truly not adopting a child from a place of love, then it's better you just leave them there and let them have an opportunity to get a family that really loves them. Because it isn't fair to the child to adopt them only to receive praise from others, or if you're just doing it as a form of charity, is definitely something that I see as a negative thing, because children aren't charity. You know something, I always wondered how children of different races feel when people talk about them as though adopting them was a form of charity. It's kind of interesting, actually. I mean, there are a lot of wealthy people, wealthy celebrities even, who adopt children from different countries, whether it be Asia or Africa, and then they receive an enormous amount of praise for doing so. I mean, adoption is a good thing, and people who do adopt should be encouraged, but I don't think they should receive praise, because adopting a child you truly love shouldn't be seen as a form of charity that deserves praise and recognition for. If you do something from your heart, from the bottom of your heart, and you truly love this child, then you shouldn't expect to receive praise for doing so, or constantly tell others that you've adopted a child in order to essentially receive praise for doing so. So I think it's just something to think about. Something else that I think we should also talk about is the ethics of family YouTubing in general. I mean, is it ethical to broadcast your children's life on YouTube? I mean, I'm trying not to make assumptions, but at the same time, we don't know that these children who are a part of these family YouTube channels actually want to be on these channels. I mean, there are a lot of YouTubers out there that seem to be in a very loving environment. The children all seem healthy, like the Measleys, the McClare twins. They also have a YouTube channel with very young children. But I definitely think it's something we should think about. I don't think children's stories should be exploited on YouTube, but I do think there should be some considerations given, because having channels that are centered around disabled people could help others, could encourage other people, other families out there who have disabled children as well. There are many other YouTube channels, like, for example, Roll with Cool and Charisma. that showcase that disabled people could have fulfilling lives. And I think there definitely is a need for YouTubers showcasing disabled families. And I do think that it offers a good support system for many families out there. But I think when it comes to children, we should err on the side of caution, because at the same time, not everybody is good. Not everybody does things for the right reasons. And sometimes these children could end up getting exploited. And it's our responsibility as viewers to be able to discern the ethical from the unethical when it comes to family YouTubers, as well as those who center their YouTube channels around their children and their issues and struggles. Thank you for listening to my channel. I'd love to hear your comments. Please follow and subscribe. Please hit the like button. I appreciate it. Thank you.